This video is on level 2 ad groups, and this is probably the most important video in the entire course. It explains the naming convention for the ad groups, why there's a level number, and what level 1 versus level 2 versus level 3 may be. It explains the naming conventions, and it's really going to give you insight into how to structure your non-brand search campaigns. And we're basically just going to learn this by making one real quick right now. So going back to this video, we talked about keyword extraction earlier in the course, and we basically took our one keyword that got a sale, there was a specific search term in here that got a sale, Zodiac bracelets plural. We pulled it out, we extracted it as its own keyword. But when might you make a new ad group instead of just adding the keyword to its original ad group? That's what a level 2 ad group is. So what we may do is we're gonna look through this and try to find one that might be worth like Zodiac rings gold, right? So we have this is coming out of Zodiac jewelry, right? And it's coming from the Zodiac ring term. And so right here, like this suggests that I probably put too much stuff in one ad group, because as this starts to become performant and scale, like when we talk about bidding later, we're going to want to adjust bids on these and bid higher or lower depending on the performance of the ad group. But basically, like when you look at these themes in here, you can see I put together multiple themes in here. So Zodiac jewelry, necklace, ring, bracelet, those are all specific enough where they could really just have their own ad copy and have a level 2 ad group. Now, I was moving quick with this. I just wanted to get this set up, put some money behind it, and then start working on the paid social stuff. And I got bored. I was just like, forget this. I don't want to do drop shipping. I think what happened was an order came through, and I saw the shipping times were like 2 months, and they were still expensive. And I was like, forget this. Not for me. The logistics are even terrible for drop shipping, you know? So I didn't really want anything to do with it after that, but that's beside the point. So what we could do is we could take some of these and just make a new ad group. So let's take bracelet, for example. So Zodiac jewelry, we're going to do one for bracelet. And it'll basically be Zodiac bracelet. We'll leave them lowercase. Casing doesn't matter for keywords. I usually just like to lowercase all of them though. We'll put it in quotes. So we're just planning out our ad group real quick. Oh, what just happened? So here's our 3 match types. We're going to make a new ad group. And we're going to copy this name because I'm going to show you how to do the convention properly to make this account easy to manage and understand the thought process at a glance, how this was set up, why this was set up. And that's where ad group naming conventions are very important for search. So we're making a new ad group, and here's our old name. We're going to call it level 2 Zodiac jewelry, and now bracelet. So this is all the more specific bracelet terms from the Zodiac jewelry ad group. And let me grab my keywords. We'll skip ad creation because we don't really need to go too deep into that. I'd rather spend the time just making another ad group. And boom, there it is. So Zodiac jewelry, we would do the same thing. Necklace, whatever. Anything that was in there before. And then, so like, we saw a keyword. Let's just go in here and search bracelet and see what kind of bracelet term showed up. Maybe we could even find an opportunity to make a level 3. So we'll do search term contains, we'll change this to bracelet. Chinese, Wish, that's a retail term, right? Wish.com or whatever that is. Pandora, Charms, here we go. Charms could be a totally different product. So when it comes to splitting out ad groups, and now this is a really great example of when you would do this. And normally we'd try to do this if we got sales, right? But this is fine for an example. You would split out keywords if they're going to go and use, you would do keyword extraction if it's the same ad copy, the keywords are similar enough, right? So it's the same targeting, the same audience basically, and the same landing page. You use ad groups, new ad groups, when something in that combination is different, whether you need to use new ad copy or new landing page. So in here, like this would go, when you talk about the landing page, from Zodiac Jewelry to Zodiac Jewelry Bracelet, bracelet would go to a bracelet page, right? Not to the home page like this ad was going. And now more specifically, bracelet charms would go to product page or collection that had Zodiac charms. So this is even more specific. So this is a level 3. So we're going to make a level 3 real quick. We'll go to our ad group menu. We're going to set this up real quick. I should have copied the name, whatever. And you can see the breadcrumb here helps you at a glance understand the thought process for how these were created and why these were created. And this is a really important thing to understand, because this is really the reason that we don't need to do too much keyword research anymore. Because as you're optimizing your accounts, you're doing the keyword research. So the idea is that instead of trying to spend all this time up front and all this guessing and all this stuff, you're using basically conversion data to figure out what you should be doing. Now, again, when it comes to extracting keywords and ad group extraction, right? Like when you're making new ad groups, it really comes down to looking for things that converted. Or maybe you want to bid less on them because they're performing and maybe throwing off the performance of the ad group. Maybe you want to bid lower or higher on it. That we'll talk about later with bidding and scaling. But basically, like when you're pulling out ad groups, it's usually to change some kind of ad copy, some kind of destination, or some kind of keywords that are more specific or more broad. And that's now, we have Zodiac Jewelry, Zodiac, and we'll look at the keywords real quick just so you can really see the difference. Zodiac Jewelry, this was all the terms here. And now that we have all the bracelet terms over here, we can cut those from here. Now, we're not going to negative keyword bracelet in this ad group, because all that happens is you end up just getting way too specific with targeting, and you end up excluding stuff by accident that you really wouldn't have wanted to exclude. So you actually, you scale down campaigns by accident by missing sales. So we have Zodiac Jewelry now has removed all the bracelet keywords and put them here. And, if there's any exact match keywords that were in here, like this other one that we made before, add it in, This was one that we saw when we did keyword extraction. So now we have our ad group extracted for Zodiac Bracelet. And now we have charms, Zodiac Bracelet charms, which may go to a totally different spot. So this is where this is very important, because you could see now how this is where you might end up with an answer to the question of how many ad groups should I have, or why do I need to use ad groups, or when to use them, or when does it make sense? The answer is look at your conversion data and see what the themes are. And then if it makes sense to break out a new theme for really one of 4 reasons, you need to change the bid, which is the one we'll talk about later, the language, right, like your ad copy, your destination, so maybe it's a different product or different copy on the landing page, or your keywords are going to give you totally different results in the search pages. This is how you do it. So this is how you do level 2 ad groups. And just to look at branded search for another example, we would do the same thing here. Zodiac Collective, Zodiac Collective bracelets, Zodiac Collective necklaces, Zodiac Collective this, Collective that. Basically anything that starts to show up in the search terms as maybe could go to a more specific page of the site, a different type of navigational keyword, you're going to put that in a new ad group. And then this way you can send people to more relevant pages. Maybe if something doesn't perform well, you could put a coupon code, or all kinds of stuff you could do to increase performance. And this is it. So this is ad groups. Again, this is probably one of the most important videos, if not the most important video in this whole course. I hope you like it.